Hey peeps, what's going on? Yeah, Ange, I just dyed her hair in the kitchen. We just put her up in the middle of the kitchen, turn all the lights on, and then I dye her hair, and it's always like freaking nerve wracking for me because I'm like, oh my god, I don't want to miss a spot. What the poop? So, yeah, I'm getting ready to record a vlog, and I take out my earphones, and she's like, oh, aren't you gonna? I'm like, honey, are you gonna turn off your, she was listening to Pandora, Johnny Cash. I'm like, are you gonna, can you turn that off so I can vlog? You know, assuming, that would probably get me flagged on YouTube for like, oh, they heard a Johnny Cash song in the background, like, whatever. And, so she turned it off, but I was dyeing her hair and stuff, and, got it done, so now she's rooting about the house somewhere, just hanging out. And, sorry, I'm multitasking just a bit. I know that's rude. There we go. Okay, done. Alright, so, I wanted to come on and do a vlog about the note from the universe because this one has kind of been, an issue for me in the past, and I don't know, maybe it's something that you guys have a hard time with too. Do you know the main difference, peeps, between messing with the cursed howls and turning them over to me? Besides smoother and more radiant skin? No. Besides more free time? No. Besides more interest income? Right, more laughter. Tally ho, the universe. And then it goes on to say, peeps, it's totally up to you. Jeez, I've had a hard time with this because in the past I've been like, one of my goals was to publish a book, and I've done that now. So, it's highly unlikely that I will become a millionaire from self-publishing on Amazon, whatever. So, my other goal was to become a successful business owner, and I've done that twice over. So, then my third one was to become a millionaire. Haven't done that yet, or else I would probably be traveling to see some of you post haste, or at least putting together a gathering of some sort. So my thing was always like, how am I going to become a millionaire? How am I going to earn my first million? Because I don't know about you guys, but my granddaddy has worked hard all of his life, and he's now, honey?
80.
Yeah, 80. He just turned 80, like, not even a week ago.
Happy birthday, Granddaddy.
That's right. My mom is over 50 years old, right? I never even know anybody's ages. My mom's 50, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And she's worked hard all of her life. And honestly, it's not like I'm lazy. Sometimes I'm lazy, yeah. But it's not like I don't believe in hard work, but I also know that through the law of attraction, you can manifest what you want. Or, remember when I read the 4 agreements to you guys? Yeah, I read them like really, really super fast because they were so long. Basically, one of the 4 agreements says that when you're really, really young, you are given your belief systems. And then it's your job or task to change your belief systems as you become old enough to do so, which is why so many teenagers get rebellious and angry and frustrated, because they're figuring shit out. They're trying to figure out what they believe. They're redefining their belief systems, and it's only normal. Or that's what I believe. You guys may not believe it, but whatever. That's when they rebel and say, this, man, I'm going to believe what I want to believe. If I don't want to go to church every Sunday, I'm not going to go to church every Sunday. Or if their parents are an atheist and they decide they want to become Catholic, I don't know how you would do that, but I don't even know if that's possible. But, like, that's when they would do it when they become teenagers. So, why the heck was I telling you this? Right. Okay. So my whole family believes that hard work is the way you make your money for your entire life. But I believe that instead of working harder, I can work smarter, work for myself instead of the man. Now that's not to say, I'm going to I'm going to put this out there. It's not to say that I think that my granddaddy or my mom or my uncle or my other uncle or anybody in my family, that's not to say that I'm like, oh, they're stupid for working hard when they could sit back and be an entrepreneur. Yeah, man. No, I'm not saying that they're stupid. I'm just saying that I don't believe that I should have to work 80 hours a week for the rest of my life in order to just get by. I don't want to just get by. And I don't know. I've been called lazy. I've been told that I just don't want to work. I get frustrated with every corporate job that I've had because I go and I see things that could be better. And maybe it's egotistical of me or whatever, but I've always been kind of put into leadership roles because I'm, I guess, a good leader. I think I am a good leader. But I get frustrated because I can't change things unless you're a business owner. You really don't have enough power most times to make changes to actually affect change and to make things better. When I worked at Quest Diagnostics, it was so frustrating because I was basically doing dummy work and I excelled at it. I did really well. My bosses were happy with me, but I just lost my motivation to be there because it was so frustrating because I saw things that needed to be different in order to be better or faster or more efficient or whatever. And I couldn't change them. So, owning my own business, I can do things the way I want. And maybe, I mean, it's not as though I didn't learn anything from my bosses, but I digress. I need to backtrack a little bit because I'm ranting. Basically, I saw my family around me working really, really hard to make their money, and I still see it to this day. My mom has 2 jobs, and she works almost 80 hours a week, and she's 50. And I just don't think that's right. I think that if anything, yeah, I mean, if she were working 80 hours for her own business like I do, that's cool. Whatever, that's fine. I mean, I put a lot of effort into making money my way. And I do okay. I mean, my business grows every single day. Every day I get, new calls and stuff like that from clients, and I do everything that I can to give them excellent product, which is my service, excellent customer service, which is the way that I treat them and the way that I interact with them, and I do everything I can to keep my word and deliver what I've promised them for the best price that I can do it. So I'm kind of, I guess the main difference is I'm doing it for myself instead of putting money into a business owner's pocket. It's the money is going into my pocket and paying my employees well and training them well and not expecting too much. The work's got to equal the pay. Pay's got to be good enough to necessitate or to, I don't know. But yeah, I know I'm, again, going off on a little bit of a tangent, but I keep trying to think, this is where I have a hard time. Am I thinking of the cursed house by thinking I have to either win the lottery or expand my business or do this or do this? How is it going to happen? And I think I am kind of obsessed with, will I ever, there's a little bit of self-doubt, maybe more than a little. Will I ever become wealthy? Because honestly, one of the things on my bucket list is to become wealthy enough that I can take someone that's homeless and give their life kind of like a second chance. Either help house them and put them through school or something like that. Because when I was homeless, if somebody had helped us, it would have made a huge difference. Granted, I was only homeless for a year, but still. It sucked ass. And I would like to turn around and help somebody else. And right now, I'm not in a position to do that. I can't even help any needy dogs right now. I mean, I can with behavior counseling and pet sitting, but because we don't own our property, I can't take on any fosters as I've done for the past several years. I'm limited in what I can do, and it frustrates me because I don't want to amass millions to just sit in my house with my pretty things around me and to just rest on my laurels for the rest of my life. I once read a story about a guy that he earned boatload of money. I forget how much, but it was like literally like millions. And then he spent the rest of his life trying to give it away. And he couldn't give it away fast enough. He kept attracting wealth because he was giving it away. So I do little things now that I can afford. You know, you go to PetSmart, you give an extra $1 for homeless dogs, blah, blah, blah. But I wonder, and I guess a little part of me is afraid that I won't get there, that I won't ever actually see wealth, that I won't ever get there. So then another part of me says, you dumbass, enjoy the ride. Be happy about the journey. And so I'm like, okay, be happy about the journey, be happy about the journey, be happy about the journey. Trying not to kind of focus on, oh, I can't wait until I'm here. When I get here, I'm going to be happy. No, I want to be happy now. And I think I am. I mean, I'm not walking around in a manic happy state like I'm always up, you know. I have my bad days, and I don't know. Is any of this making sense? Like, how do you not focus on how you're getting somewhere if, in all my years of talking about the law of attraction and the notes from the universe, and the 4 agreements and Mike Dooley and The Secret, and I that's the one thing I think that I have a hard time with, because in daily visualization, which honestly I usually do at night, because I feel like when I visualize at night, it has a great impact, because when I go to sleep, I almost feel like my brain continues those thoughts. I don't know if it's true, but I kind of feel that way. But then sometimes at night, my brain starts getting so freaking excited with the visualization and having the pack, which is a huge facility that I want to have so that I can rehabilitate dogs and have a non-profit section of Guardian Angel and call it Fur Angels. And are these all cursed hows? Like, is having a vision in my mind of the dog psychology center that I want to have, is that a cursed how? Because certainly that would bring me money, but more than anything, it would bring me emotional happiness. Working with dogs, there's just something about working with a dog that if I could do work in this world and not have to think about money, that's what I would do. And that's what Caesar says to do. He's like, do what you love, the money will come. And other people have said that too, but I know I heard him say that in person. I heard those words come from his lips. And that day changed my life, because he is one of my role models in life. And his excitement and he's just so awesome. And if I could do anything and not worry about money, and I can to a certain extent, I would have my own center. And I would train dogs. And not have to go into PetSmart and see them like working with dogs and then putting a dog aside because it got too excited, instead of teaching the owners how to deal with it. And oh my God, put that dog on a treadmill and then it'll be able to learn because it's not so energized. Whatever. That's another video. But again, not saying anything bad about PetSmart training. It has its place, but it's frustrating to look out into the world and know that you can make things better, but you don't have enough power. And when I was younger, I was very naive. When I was a teenager, I was like, I'm going to change the world. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I didn't think I was so amazing and awesome and like, I'm the shit. People are going to love me. I hope that people love me. And I think I have some really cool ideas. I'm not like up here to myself, but I know when I see something that's not right, and it frustrates me because without thinking about the cursed hows, which is basically how am I gonna get to my destination instead of like letting the universe pick your path, that's scary. I mean, am I a little bit of a control freak? That's scary, giving up the control. Jesus, take the wheel. I mean, you know what I mean. I don't necessarily believe in a Jesus. I believe in the higher power. I believe in providence. I believe in something. I just don't know what it is. It's hard giving up control when you don't know what's going to happen. And I don't know. There's just something about that. The cursed hows, I think, are one of my hang-ups with the law of attraction and utilizing it. I think that's what's causing problems. And I don't know how to fix it. What do you guys do when you get scared about not knowing what's going to happen? I mean, I thought when I was a teenager that I was going to change the world, and now I know that I could change the world, but am I going to get the chance? I don't know. And if I don't get the chance, is it okay anyway? And then, if it's okay anyway, does that loosen the load and the tension enough to let the law of attraction work? It's like a big clusterfuck of circles, and I just don't know. I don't know if the things that I put out into the world are going to touch people like I want them to. My book is literally selling hundreds of copies. And for those of you reading it, I don't know if it's touching you like it's supposed to. Right now, by the way, tonight I should be recording a little part of it. I can't do the whole chapter 7 like I was going to do. It's a long chapter, and it's like 40 minutes. So I'm just going to record a portion of chapter 7. Something to really give you an idea of what my writing style's like and how the book goes. No spoilers, Eden, no spoilers. But that's just a small example of, am I touching people like I want to? Is it working? Is what I'm doing mattering in any way? It's like that the starfish story. You know, kids running up and down the beach, throwing starfish back into the water, and this old man comes along and he's like, "What are you doing? That doesn't matter. They're all gonna die." And he picks up one and he throws it as far into the ocean as he can, and he looks at the man and he says, "It mattered to that one." And he continues. If I don't change the world, is just changing the world for a few beings enough for me? And that's hard to conceive. It's hard for me to take that step down from my idealistic teenage self saying, I'm going to change the entire world. It's a tall order for one person who is essentially, in the scheme of things, a nobody. I mean, I might be somebody to you, but if you asked somebody that didn't run in our YouTube circle if they knew who I was, they might not. They probably wouldn't. Is it enough for me to just affect the people in the circles that I run in? And I even thought about, like, having my own dog psychology center, which is one of my dreams, and I will do that. I don't care what it takes, I will do that. Because dogs have, hands down, saved my life. They've saved my life hundreds of times. And I have to give back. That's like, I can't not do that. And through that, I would certainly be employing people. I might be able to reach out to a local shelter or a homeless shelter and bring in a homeless person and something that could work. But again, it's a cursed how. How is that going to happen? And it's the ego, I think, in me that doesn't want to let go of how am I going to get there, because it's scary. It's like you're driving a car at 80 miles an hour down the freeway and then you cover your eyes and let go of the wheel. It's like, oh my God. So that's what's been on my mind since I read that note from the universe. I'm kind of scared about where life is going to take me. And I know that I'm 32 and I feel like I should be calmer about this shit by now, but I'm just not. I'm not sure how things are going to fall into place, and I'm not sure if I'm strong enough to not think about the cursed hows. So tell me what you guys think. I've been better about answering comments. Like tonight I went through and I answered all of the comments that I missed in previous videos. I'm sorry about that. I got really bad about it for a minute, but it's actually fun answering comments, so I need to keep doing that. I hope that you guys are well. I know that this is well over 15 minutes, but thank you for spending a part of your day with me. I really appreciate it. I hope that I wasn't too much of a dick or too scattered. I'm just trying to honestly be real on this channel. I don't want to come across as talking down to you. I don't want to come across like I think I know my shit, because I have so many questions, it's not even funny. And who knows, maybe you guys can share something in a comment. Even if you think it's stupid, don't hesitate to comment, because, like, maybe it's something that might not help me, but it might help another person. It might not help another person, but it might help me. And clearly, we could all use a little help. So, I hope that you guys are well. I hope that wherever you are, that you're warm and safe and surrounded by loved ones. And, please, spay and neuter your pets. That was kind of garbled. Spay and neuter your pets. And at least get the rabies vaccine. That's mandatory by law. It's not an option, people. If you're not a part of the solution, you're a part of the problem. Spay and neuter, please, please. And if you have questions on how to do that, message me. I'll help you. We have a huge overpopulation, and if we don't all work to fix it, we're causing a part of their suffering. I know, that sounded preachy. Don't care. It is a little preachy. It is. That's fine. Okay. I'm a dick. It's alright. I'm aware of it, okay? So I'm gonna end this. Thank you for bearing with me if you've made it all the way through. Comment with the word pineapple, and I'm gonna pick one of you and send you something cool. The word pineapple. Kevin Hart reference? Yes, it was. Alright, guys, I hope that you're well, and I love each and every one of you. You guys are all so amazing, and I thank you for being a part of my day. Much love and peep out.